Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, guys and girls, and welcome back to another episode of Sky Factory 2 with yours truly, GDIKezr. How's it going, guys? Hopefully pretty damn good. Now today, we've got a couple of things I want to do. I've got a fairly ambitious project. I want to completely automate all of our ore gathering, so I've disconnected all of these and put the remaining ores through the processor. Through the pulverizer, but essentially at the end I want to be able to have this just working, crafting the dust into its kind of block form, then going through a pulverizer, then going into a smelter, then getting transported and getting put directly into our ME system, which sounds reasonably easy, but there's a couple of ores that don't like going through the process, through the pulverizer. For example, the aluminium ore doesn't like going through the processor, and obviously you don't want to be putting diamonds and Certus quartz and stuff through the pulverizer either. So there's a couple of different channels we need to work off. I've got like a really ridiculously complicated diagram of how we're going to set this up, and yeah, it should be pretty cool. But I think before we do that, there's a couple of magical crops things I want to do, and that's in here. I want to make some cobalt seeds, some diamond seeds, some manulin seeds, some enderium seeds, and some enderman seeds. So with the enderman seeds we'll get a decent supply of ender pearls. Enderium's just more or less so that we don't have to make it all the time, because it takes a long time in the alloy smelter. So I'm sure you know how to do this already, so we'll just go ahead and make all of these seeds. And we're also going to craft the Servicio armor today, but we can't make the infusion stone yet because we still need to do the activation ritual. Whoops. And we need unstable ingots and stuff. But I think that's what we're going to do next episode. So I'm gonna make some cobalt seeds. Oh, god damn it. It keeps glitching out like that, I don't know why. But it is what it is, I suppose. Manulin seeds. I know I could have just crafted straight from here and it'd probably been easier, but whatever. Diamond seeds. So we're using a lot of the Servicio that we got from killing the wither. Well, the withers. We got a decent amount of it. We've got enough to make the full set of Servicio armor as well, which I'm interested to see what it's going to be like. I'm going to make the whole set, because I don't know whether you get the flight and stuff if you don't use the whole set. But yeah. It's also got pretty good damage protection on it. So let's go and plant these. I'm not sure whether I want to use the flight from the Servicio armor. I don't know. I like the speed of this jetpack, and I assume the upgraded version will be even faster. So we will see. We'll just put them down as one for now, and we can let them grow whilst we go and do something else. We don't actually need any of this today. I will plant down the rest of these though. Could put them in my bag, but there's not very many. Ouch. There we go. And we can dump it all into our ME system again. I like having this Wi-Fi system set up, and I just took a stack of gold blocks. Not quite sure why, but I did it. Right, night time, let's sleep that off. I've just got a whole load of iron processing over here at the moment. How many have we got? Yeah, we're going to have like over 4 stacks, I think, of iron blocks. So we just used a lot of iron, and I'll show you for why in a second. Right, so head over here. I want to have this processing really quickly, so consequently we're going to need lots of upgrades for things. First off, we're going to use the crafters from RF tools, because we've already used the... oh, I don't need those. Because we've already used the ones from... what do you call it? What do you call it? Ender IO. So you make these crafting tier 1, then it's just essentially the same recipe again. I've looked at these, they're quite quick. So we've got crafted tier 3s, and we've got 3 of them. They can handle up to 8 recipes each. We're going to need some Ender IO cables. Not cables, I mean item filters. We want 8 basic ones, which are just paper and hopper. And then we want 4 advanced ones, because they can handle 8, I think. 8 whitelists and selections and stuff. So we'll get our 8 of these. And these use the said logic controllers, which aren't that difficult to make. And redstone. So we can make those. And the said logic controllers like Solarium, which is kind of expensive. Well, not too bad actually. And zombie heads and silicone and stuff. These are all for speed upgrades for the item conduits. They're going to be expensive because we want like 300 odd. It might be a bit overkill, I'm not sure. But I want to make sure it's all going to go as fast as possible. Where are they? Speed upgrades. And the main expensive part of this is the electric steel. Well, it wasn't really expensive, but it took a long time to make. So, yeah. And it's a lot of iron. I am going to dump these into the ME system now, because it'd be much easier to craft from there. I don't know why it says wireless out of range sometimes. It definitely isn't. And I'm fairly certain we've got enough power. Alright, so you. Right, so Ender. Actually, let's do speed. So I forget how many of these we need, but it's definitely not 64. I need more redstone torches. I thought I calculated it, but apparently not. I need more sticks now. God damn it. Not a problem, I suppose. Right, there you go, whole bunch of sticks. Redstone torch. Right, there we go, loads of them. Now, I really wish it'd stop doing that. It's kind of obnoxious. I don't think it's because I've got this in my hand. But let's see. Nope. Speed upgrades. So yeah, that should be all of them. We're also I'm gonna take along some more item conduits, because we're gonna need them. Crafters. I've already made the resonant pulverizers and resonant furnaces. We've also got 4 ender chests, maximum speed upgrades for both of those, and 2 trash cans. So yeah, been busy crafting stuff in between episodes. I also need something to change the frequency of the thing. Let's use, I don't know, I thought I had some, yeah I do. So we need to have some of the ender chests on one frequency and some on another one. They're all ultimately going to be going to the white one that's in there. Right, so I'm going to get this set up and I'll see you in a second, because it's going to take some head scratching probably. Right, see you in a sec. Well, hello again guys. Yeah, that took considerably longer than I thought. It wasn't quite straightforward either. I had to make some extra things. I forget exactly what now. I know I needed to make a few more ender chests and a few more what do you call them, advanced item filters. We've got it running at a very high rate at the moment, but I'll probably turn it down. Oh yeah, I'll explain this in a minute as well. Yeah, we've got it running at a very high rate at the moment, to the extent that we're nearly using all of the energy that we're producing. At the moment we've got in each of these down, actually I'll show you first. It's just the basic setup. It's pretty much the same as before at this point, except each of these have got 32 speed upgrades in, and these have 32 speed upgrades and 32 fortune upgrades. I did have all of them with 64 speed upgrades and all of the civs with 64 fortune upgrades, but it actually drained my power completely. So yeah, it consumes quite a lot of RF. It's using, out my way, 610 RF per tick at the moment, and these are using 290, so it's a big drain on our power. So yeah, down here, don't know how's the best way to explain this and kind of show it. Yeah, so we've got all of the things coming out of the sieves. They're getting taken down here. We have things which aren't going to be crafted into anything. I'm getting stuck on all the wires now. The things that aren't going to be crafted into anything but that we still want are going this way. And they're going into this, which has got advanced filters on it, so that's the charged certus, the glowstone, the amber, skystone as well, because there's a use for that I recently discovered, lapis lazuli, coal, and quicksilver. That's going straight into the ender chest, into the ME system, that one is. This one is things which are going to require more processing. I couldn't have the aluminium processing here because we've used up all of our slots. So I've got the aluminium ore going into this one, and that's getting transported right back over there, which we'll have a look at in a minute. In here we've just got things that we don't want. We don't want any more flint, we don't really want exotic seeds, ancient spores or cocoa beans, and if we do we can shut that one off temporarily, and it won't take very long to get it. So these are the crafters. They're all on fast crafting speed, and as soon as they get 4 of an item, they'll pretty much instantly craft it. And then because these have all got 15 speed upgrades, which is the maximum for these, they'll get taken down, put into the pulverizer, which doubles the output. You see it there. If there's any secondary outputs, which there are to some of the ores, it will get taken afterwards and put into the redstone furnace after the original thing. Like that one had a secondary output. Because that was ferrous ore, and sometimes it gives shiny as well. Then they all come down here and they go into this ender chest, which transports it right back over to over here. This will all be in its ingot form now, so it'll get transferred all to there and straight into the ME system. And yeah, you can see the ions going up a bit. It's kind of difficult to see, and I don't know why it keeps kicking me out of it, but I think it might be a bug or something. I'll look into see if there's any solution later. So yeah, the ores that we couldn't process down there, we've got them coming over here. We've got a crafter level 2 here. I only needed a level 2 one because it's just for the aluminium. So we've got the ores coming out of the yellow, white ender chest and getting taken up there. This one's got a filter on it here, so if it detects any of the aluminium ores, it'll go into the crafter, then get turned into its appropriate thing, then gets pushed back out and will go up into the redstone furnace. If it's yellorium, it obviously won't go into there, so it will just go straight up into the furnace. And then it goes to here. That's showing because that's just going up to the white one. But this one has a item filter with yellorium. Because the yellorium is going to go into this one and get transferred down to here. It's not going into the ME system anymore, it's getting transferred straight away down to here and put into this ender chest, which is going to pump it up into there, so it's always going to be full. Seems we're using a lot of energy at the moment. I made another access port and set it to outlet mode, so this one's just going to extract any cyanite that it makes. Cyanite, is that what it's called? I think it is. And that will get put back into the ME system. When we get a cyanite reprocessor, which probably won't be too long. How much cyanite do we have? We have 121 and loads of blocks. When we get a cyanite reprocessor, I'll have it so that it goes into a different area and gets reprocessed into plutonium, and then it will go into the fuel bit. It'll go back into this one. So we'll get all of that automated. Probably not next episode, because we've done a lot of techie stuff this episode and it's hurting my head. Yeah, we're generating a lot of power. We're using a lot of power. I mean, we've had to take all of the control rods out. I think we probably could insert them a little bit, maybe. I don't know. I haven't actually checked. We are kind of, keeping up. So we can insert them a little bit, I suppose. Because it was using it all up earlier. Yeah, we're going down now, I think. Yep. So I'll keep it about 20 at the moment. I made a new Tinker's Construct tool because at some point, I'm not quite sure when, I lost my farming scythe, which I only realised when I went to go and harvest these. So I made a mattock this time, and I called it Copia, after the Greek goddess of wealth. Just because. So yeah, I'll harvest all these off camera. But this is a manulin one, just in case. Well, it's a manulin one. It's got the hardened flux capacitor, and it's got thaumium in it, and it's got the Fortune 3, and it's got a little bit of haste on it as well, in case I want to use it as a shovel. It's very fast. I was looking into trying to upgrade our ME system a bit, but I think I'm going to have to do some more research on it because it's real complicated. That's why things have changed around here a bit. I was going to do it today. I've upgraded some of the cables to smart cables and some to dense cables, but I'm not quite confident with how they're working. I think I need to make ME controllers and stuff, but I'll look into it. Yeah, so I got coming to here and I don't really know what I'm doing with it. So yeah, that's the thing. So yeah, the other thing that we wanted to do today was to craft us a Vishio armor, which I was going to do beforehand, but then I didn't for some reason. So yeah, and it's in this one, and we'll use the buggy terminal. It's not really buggy, I suppose, it's just slightly irritating. I don't know whether it gives you like creative type flight or what, to be honest. And the reason why I'm making the full set is because I don't know whether you need the full set to enable flight. Stop kicking me out of it. It's so annoying. Yeah, so I need the trousers, or leggings even. Right. Well, first off, let's see if we can have flight with... No, we need... And that doesn't enable flight. Okay. And that doesn't enable flight. That doesn't enable flight. That does enable flight. And it's creative type flight. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, I feel like our other one's faster. So I might still keep using the jetpack for the time being, especially if we're doing... And I'm used to just pressing spacebar now to use the thruster thing. It will be handy for building and stuff because you get perfectly smooth thing and you don't have to worry about fuel and stuff. That's interesting. I must not have been... I wonder if it gave me the 92% damage reduction, or whether it needed the whole thing. I'm not quite sure. We didn't seem to take a lot of damage like in the nether and stuff though. We could actually make those extra heart canisters, I think. So I think we've got enough now, haven't we? From all of our wither kills. Let's have a look. I don't know if I got enough gold actually, because you need enchanted golden apples. Oh god damn it, stop kicking me out. Actually, I don't know if I've got enough apples. That's probably our limiting factor. I know, I've got 12. Ooh, that's really getting irritating. Right. So let's make 10 enchanted golden apples then. And what was it? It's going to be obnoxious to find, isn't it? Where are you? Maybe search for heart canister? Yeah, there we go. Oh, I need to make... God damn it. Oh, that's getting really irritating. Like, really irritating. It's massively pissing me off. Right, so we need to make another 10 red ones as well. Okay. And now we're out of apples. I'll go and collect some apples and I'll see you guys. We got the apples, which is pretty awesome. Just do those, I suppose. We've actually got one too many, but never mind. So what else? Oh my god, that is getting annoying. Right, so heart canisters. Heart canisters. Heat. Whoops. Heart canisters. So I need some more empty canisters. Another 10. And we should have 10 necrotic bones, surely. I'd be amazed if we didn't. Okay, so now we pop those back in, and those. And we should be able to make 10 of those. Awesome. It's not on balls anyway, is it? Alright, so there we go. Got a casual 30 hearts now. It's fine. I do kind of like this creative flight. It's just for distance travelling, it's not quite as fast. It's the only drawback to it. But it's obviously does come with several advantages. At some point I do want to make the... What's the next one up? Is it flux infused? Because there's 2 strands on simply jetpacks. Yeah, it's the flux infused jet plate. I only kind of want to make it just to see if it's any faster than the resonant jetpack. Yeah, 'cause for distance travelling, it's real difficult to beat this one. That isn't even going as fast just because we're on hover. But it does stop me from dying. Do I still take full damage, I wonder? I'm not going to do it from that height. Yeah, I do. Because supposedly you don't take full damage with this. Right. No, we don't. That's pretty cool. It works very much like the Angel Ring. Only the Angel Ring doesn't provide any protection. I don't know what we do with these gem sockets. I was looking into it the other day. There's like things that are already in it, if you know what I mean. Like gem sockets night vision, but there's no crafting recipe for it. That's chewing gum of night vision. No, and there's no there isn't any like gems. Maybe it's from a mod that we don't have, which is possible, I suppose. I'm still interested to see how you get taint. I'm fairly certain we haven't had anything grow over here. I did check it. Oh, by the way, I put a chunk loader down there as well. Not a chunk loader, a spot loader. Last time I checked we didn't have anything over here. No, it's just covered completely. But it's just regular grass. Okay, so we've got that covered. I'll have a look. Oh, we haven't got it quite covered actually. There we go. I'll have a look at it later. See if we get anything spawning there. So I think that'll do for today, guys. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Cheerio, guys.